Okay gang, I just did this problem and I screwed up the very end, so I'm not going to do this all over. I'll just talk you through it and you can slow it down wherever you need it. So that's always a little frustrating. It was the very last sentence. Alright, so here we go. This is a variable over variable, so you can use a quotient rule, okay? So it's the denominator times the derivative of the numerator minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator. Now be careful here because the derivative cosecant is negative, so the negative times the negative makes a positive. That's why that's positive. Otherwise it would be negative over the denominator squared. Alright, now the next step, this is a monomial, this is a binomial, so I'm multiplying this into this. Just be careful of the negative when you do that. So this times 1 gives you this. This times this, so make sure you make it positive. And then you have two cosecants that time and a cotangent. Now over here, because this is a monomial, this is a binomial, I'm thinking of distributing this in, but since this is negative, I'm thinking of distributing in a negative, okay? So this times this would be negative. This times this would be negative. You got two cosecants squared, you got a cotangent. Okay, and we still have it all over the denominator squared. Now at this point the derivative is done. You're just simplifying. Actually up here the derivative is done. Here I've started to simplify. So now what you're going to do is you're going to combine like terms. So if you notice this and this is a like term, they're equal but opposite, so they cancel each other out. And this is a like term. They're both negative, so you can combine them. So that means you're going to get two of those. So you get this. Now, this is it. This is as far as I want to simplify this, because if you look at it, that's 1 over sine, that's cos over sine, it's 1 over sine. Yeah, there's not like much to do for like a second step. So you can just leave it like this. Now I made the 30, 60, 90 triangle here. So, because you're going to have to evaluate this at pi over 6. So you're going to plug pi over 6 into all the x's here. And I evaluated it with the triangle. So the cosecant is the hypotenuse over the opposite. The cotangent is the adjacent over the opposite. And we already did the cosecant, right, 2 over 1. Alright, so basically it comes down to this. And for some reason I wrote it right there, and I wrote it, I don't know what I did the last step here. I moved the radical for some bad reason. So that's it, I was at the final answer. So you get this, it's negative 4 rad 3. Alright gang, that's it on this one. Bye-bye.